What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Picks and Roll DFS powered by Betr. I'm Reggie, and our mission is simple: make the picks, build the roll. Quick recap from yesterday: we got a full sweep on the free picks. That's the kind of day we love to see. And if you're in my winnable, that's exactly how you be growing your bankroll right now. If you're catching this from the jump, hit that like button, subscribe, and join me. Because as we grow this brand, we'll grow your bankroll. All right, now let's check this out. Just yesterday, I earned another 10% top Betr badge on Pikkit. Add that to the plus 250 CLV bets badge earlier this week, as well as a couple of other top 10% Betr badges, and it shows the process works. And here's the big picture. For August alone, we're sitting at plus 97.8 units profit with nearly a 6% ROI. To put that in perspective, if you're a $1 bettor, that's almost $100 in profit. At $5 a play, that's nearly $500. At $10 a play, that's almost $1,000. And if you were betting $20 per play, you'd be up nearly $2,000. That's the type of consistency that builds bankroll. And here's the good news. You can get access to all my plays inside Winnable for just $30 a month instead of $50 when you use code FOUNDER at signup. But this deal ends before the start of week 1 of NFL season. So if you've been waiting to jump in, now's the time. Let's get into our first play for today. First play, we're going with Trevor Rogers, lower than 5.5 hits allowed. All right, if we look at data, start with the last 20. He's averaging just 4.5 hits allowed per start with a median of 5. He's cleared his line in 70% of his starts over that stretch. We can even check the last 10, where he's gone 9 out of 10. He's gone below this line. Last 5. He's gone below this line, 4 out of 5 for 80%. Even head-to-head against Boston, he's already held them under this number in both matches last season. Again, yes, that's last season's data, but if we combine that with everything else that we've just mentioned and the year as a whole, he's hitting 91%, going below this line 10 out of 11. Then, another piece of data that helps is right here. We look at other lines from other books, right? Hard Rock, minus 35. Huge favorite there. It's a huge favorite on Fliff at 140. No Vig, 151. DraftKings, even huger favor. Even larger favor, I should say. DraftKings at 155. You see what it is on Sleeper, 159. Even Underdog, minus 164, right? So this is a huge play on Betr right now. He's been sharp at limiting damage, and this line feels a touch high given his consistency. I like him to hold Boston under 6 hits today. So this is one of those plays you want to make sure you're grabbing quick before these lines change. Then a quick reminder. Betr is still giving new users $30 free instantly when you play just $10. Sign up with code DIME or the link in my description. If you send me a screenshot to picksandrolldfs@gmail.com, I'll give you a free month inside my Winnable, where I'll send my daily plays directly to your phone. All right, next play. We're looking at Eric Wagman, lower than 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Again, let's look at the lines, compare them. So we have an Underdog, favorite at minus 120, as well as on Fliff. Also a favorite on Sleeper at 128. Now we look at other major books like Hard Rock and DraftKings. We see it's favorite at minus 130 and minus 145. So that's already a good sign. Then I know we look at some of these numbers and some of this data and we kind of get a little cautious, but just like yesterday, sometimes The data isn't everything, right? Especially the last 5 and last 10. Those are things that you can see on apps like PrizePicks, and that's how they get you. You see things like, oh, the last game, he got kind of destroyed, so maybe this isn't the play. But you want to look at more than just one sample size, right? But overall, we can still see that in the last 5, he's going below this 3 out of 5. Last 10, he's going below this 50% of the time. Last 20 gets even better. He's going below this 14 out of 24, 70% hit rate. And then what we like to see, although it's a small sample size, he's going below this line in his only matchup against St. Louis. Now he's facing Matthew Liberatore today, who's been holding righties to a 264 average. As we can see here, Wagaman's production has been inconsistent at 1.5. This is a spot where the lower has strong value. Again, our picks for today are going to be Trevor Rogers, lower than 5.5 hits allowed. Eric Wagaman, lower than 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. But remember, you want to make sure that you are joining the Winnable so that you can get profits and wins just like these. Again, this is just in the month of August, guys. These are wins on multiple apps. All you have to do is start with Betr. Get free $30 when you play $10. Just use the code DIME when you sign up. And then email me a screenshot. Not only are you getting free money, you're also going to get a free month in my Winnable where you can get the profits. You can grow your roll. Drop your favorite pick for today in the comments. Smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow with more plays. Let's build that roll.